While many actors live a life of glamour and luxury now, that wasn't always the case for some of them. After having to overcome poverty themselves, the ones that struggled in the past help the less fortunate now. An actress that is known to have quite a difficult past is Kim Se-jung. In an episode of JTBC's Talking Street, she opened up a bit about her past. She told the audience that she grew up quite poor and that she and her brother were raised by a single mother. When they moved to Seoul, they lived in a small house of approximately 40 square meters. It was difficult for her family to make ends meet, so her mother had to work multiple jobs. Se-jung revealed that she worked at a restaurant, delivered milk, and even taught at academies. To make matters worse, her mother was also in debt, which made earning money even harder. She explained that her difficult situation made it very hard for her to show her emotions and connect with people of her age. She explained that it was because her mother lived such a difficult life that she felt like she couldn't show her true emotions. She said, "I couldn't even show my true emotions to my family. How could I show my friends?" Because of this, Se-jung lost a lot of friends and had to spend most of her teenage years alone. In an episode of JTBC's Life Menu, she illustrated how bad they actually had it. She confessed that her situation was difficult to the point that she could only have meals with a state-supported meal card when she was a student. She added, "I ordered jjajangmyeon because I could use 3,500 won a day, and sometimes I could order sweet and sour pork when coupons were collected." Se-jung explained that at the time, pasta was getting very popular, but of course, it was also more expensive. She revealed that she promised her mother that she would make a lot of money so she could eat as much pasta as her heart desired. It's incredibly heartwarming that this wish eventually became reality. But even better is that Se-jung has channeled her difficult past to make a difference for others. This year, she donated 10 million won to the people who were affected by forest fires. The donations mainly went to the victims of the fires and the firefighters who had been struggling at the forefront. Other good deeds of hers include donating money to various talent-related activities and the donation of money to prevent and combat damage that was spread due to COVID-19. Actor Ji Chang-wook also came forward about his rather difficult childhood. He opened up about his painful history earlier this year and revealed that his father passed away very early on in his life. The passing of his father left a huge hole in his heart, and he was placed under the full care of his mother. Although losing a parent so early in your life is already an extremely heart-shattering experience, the financial problems that came afterwards didn't make life easier for Chang-wook and his mother. He also spoke up about their financial problems and said, "There was a time when I had a hard time because of money, so I always felt depressed when I thought about my childhood." However, Chang-wook revealed that it was his mother's love that kept him moving forward. Even to this day, with all the fame and money in the world, his mother is his top priority. He explained that his mother always took care of him and that now it was his turn to return the favor. Although Chang-wook has a busy schedule, he still makes time for his mother, as we've seen in pictures that he's uploaded over the years. While he's already seen as a good son, people might also consider him a good person in general. He too is focused on giving back to those in need. Specifically, Chang-wook participated in the I'm an Artist project, which is centered around amplifying the voices of writers with developmental disabilities. The talent donation program is focused on giving warmth to disabled people and showing their unique skills and personalities to the world. What some people may not know is that IU, who is now a global star, actually went through a lot during her childhood. Some time ago on KBS, she revealed that part of herself to her audience. She said, "I had a hard time living before my debut. IU actually used to live a pretty decent life until her family lost everything they had due to debt and she had to move in with her grandma. While her grandma tried her best, providing for both IU and her brother was difficult. She lived with her grandmother, cousin, and little brother in a single room for around a year and a half. IU revealed that it was often cold and that there was barely any food to eat. After having lived at her grandmother's place for quite some time, it was time for her to leave after the place got infested with cockroaches. Over the years, IU turned her struggles into something extremely beautiful. In 2019, she was even listed on Forbes' list of Asia's Heroes of Philanthropy Catalysts for Change. This list honors all wealthy celebrities that try to make a change in the Asia Pacific. She's a true philanthropist and the youngest person on the list. IU has donated about 900 million won, which roughly translates to $800,000, to a variety of causes since 2018. For instance, she donated about 100 million won to those who were victims of the wildfires in Gangwon province. She also made a donation to those with hearing impairments after being inspired by her character in the drama My Mister. Another inspiring good deed is that she created the IU Scholarship, which is a yearly donation she makes to a school that she used to attend. It's estimated that so far, IU has donated around 4.3 billion won, if not more. That's a whopping amount of nearly $3.3 million. Although he's known to have an image of a very put-together guy, Park Bo-gum actually has a tragic family history. First, his mother passed away when he was only in 4th grade. While dealing with the loss of his mother was already hard enough, in the future, his father would make a decision that would haunt him for quite some time. The decision in question is when his father decided to take a loan of about 300 million won and made his son a joint guarantor, which means that if his father wasn't able to pay off the loan, the burden would be on Bogum's shoulders. And unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. His father was unable to pay off his interest, which got increasingly higher due to interest rates. As time progressed, the sum to pay back to the loan company accumulated to 800 million won, and Bogum was asked to pay it back. Being a rookie actor at the time, he wasn't able to pay that huge amount of money, so he had to file for bankruptcy. In the end, he managed to close the case by paying 30 million won to the loan company. He hasn't shown any resentment towards his father publicly and seems to be a good, loving person in general. In 2020, nursery school Myeongjin Wildfire Love Village thanked Bogum for sponsoring them for the past 7 years. They said, "We sincerely thank you for your constant love and interest for 7 years. Bogum sponsored this orphanage for a long time and even visited the place after he got discharged from the military." Another actress who had rocky beginnings is Seong. What surprised her audience quite a lot is that she actually grew up in a mountain village, not to mention that she ran her own Jimjilbang store as her acting career wasn't taking off. She said, "I prepared for an actor, but it didn't work well, and I was old enough to join as a new employee. When she finally made her debut in the 2009 drama Boys Over Flowers, she was still not financially stable enough to not have a side job. That's why at the time of her debut, she ran a sauna." Seong went from having various small jobs to making huge contributions to society. One of these contributions is that she donated about 20 million won to an organization called Duru. This organization strives to improve the legal system for mistreated children. They try to improve the system through research and the analysis of various child neglect cases. In addition, their goal is to improve laws regarding adoption and children's rights so that no child has to ever live in fear. Last but not least is the painful story of Rain, whose real name is Jong Ji-hoon. Rain had to go through many hardships in his life to get where he is today. While he and his family lived a decent life, that happiness was short-lived. Once the economic crisis hit Korea, Rain's father went bankrupt and their struggle for money started. It was so bad for them that they didn't have any food at home. In the MBC special titled Rain is Coming, he opened up about his past. He revealed that he once starved for 5 days straight because he had nothing to eat. On top of all of this, his mother's health started to decline due to the fact that they weren't able to afford the right medicine for her. Their poverty came to a point where they were forced to leave their home while his mother was laying in a hospital bed. Rain begged the landlord to consider their situation, but unfortunately, there wasn't much that he could do. Eventually, his mother passed away in 2000, shortly after his debut. Rain faced tough beginnings, but now he tries his best to make things better for others. This year, on Children's Day, he donated 100 million won to children from low-income families who were at risk of starvation. The donation also went to sanitary products for teenage girls who were unable to afford them. This is quite the sentiment considering his own personal story. That was all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Bye!